Jimmy Kimmel, after his temporary cancellation, has identified the real victim of Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Because you felt like your initial comments had been mischaracterized.
I didn't feel like it was.
They were.
It was intentionally and I think maliciously mischaracterized. Yes.
Yeah.
He's lying again. He lied about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Then he lied about what he said. Now he's lying about what we said about what he said. He hasn't learned a single lesson. What did he say? He came out. He said, these MAGA, but Charlie Kirk was murdered. He made light of Charlie Kirk's murder. He then put on the crocodile tears after he got uncanceled when he could audition for his show again. But he didn't have any crocodile tears when he was initially talking about it. Shortly afterward, he said, yeah, Charlie Kirk was murdered. And these MAGA people, they're trying to just pretend like the shooter was anything other than one of them. They're doing anything they can to say he wasn't one of them. The guy was a far leftist, engraved Antifa slogans on the bullets and confessed his left-wing ideological motivations, reportedly, to his trans-furry boyfriend. Don't think he was a MAGA Republican. So he lied. He just lied on TV. And then he lied about lying. I never meant to say that. And now he's lying about our reaction. He said, oh no, these people, they knew, not only was I not lying, they knew I wasn't lying and they maliciously smeared me. And I'm the real victim. I'm the victim. He learned nothing. He learned nothing. And it's a great pity that he got his show back. It's a great pity. We should have held the line more firmly. And if we don't enforce standards and if we don't punish people with social consequences, and sometimes political consequences if they violate the law, if we don't ostracize people who remain stubborn in their antisocial behavior, we're not going to have much of a society. And these guys are going to run roughshod over us, and then the minute they get power again, they are going to send us to the gulags. Right now, go to expressvpn.com/Michael Knowles Show. Hey, here's a good idea. Would you like to just print out all of your financial information, all of your messages, all of the websites you visit, your whole browsing history, hit print, and then nail those pages to the front door of every neighbor's house? That'd be pretty insane, right? Well, that is essentially what could happen every single day unless you're protecting yourself with ExpressVPN. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Your internet provider can see every single website that you've ever visited. In many countries, they are actually required to keep detailed logs of your online activity for years, just in case the government wants to take a look. If you're in the United States, it gets even worse because ISPs can sell your personal browsing data to whomever they please. Now, you can't stop your ISP from trying to collect this information, but you can make sure they never get it in the first place. That's where ExpressVPN comes in. It encrypts all your online activity before it even reaches your internet provider, turning their logs into complete gibberish. I've used ExpressVPN for 8 years or something now. It's phenomenal. Peace of mind. Even a Luddite like me can use it. Super simple. One tap on any device, your phone, your laptop, your tablet, whatever. You know your privacy is completely locked up on 8 devices. Find out how you can get up to 4 months for free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or going to expressvpn.com/Michael Knowles Show. Once again, every leftist accusation is a confession. Speaking of those leftists, Abigail Spanberger, running for governor of Virginia, she's endorsing Jay Jones, the attorney general candidate, the Democrat, who fantasizes about murdering his Republican opponents and their children and murdering cops. Abigail Spanberger has stood by Jay Jones. She refuses to pull her endorsement. Not one Democrat has pulled their endorsement of him because they agree with him. Well, good on the moderator at her debate with Winsome Sears last night. She was asked, do you stand by the endorsement? She tried to get out of it. She tried to wiggle out, and the moderator kept up. Here's her answer. This is the end of her answer.
Ms. Spanberger, I understand what you're saying about the voters, but for you yourself, do you still continue to endorse Jay Jones? 15 seconds, yes or no?
We are all running our individual races. I believe my opponent has said that about her lieutenant governor nominee.
Ms. Earl Sayers,
and it's up to every person to make their own decision. I am running my race to serve Virginia, and that is what I intend to do.
Thank you, Ms. Spanberger. We just want to clarify, what you're saying is that as of now, you still endorse Jay Jones as Attorney General.
I'm saying as of now, it's up to every voter to make their own individual decision. I am running for governor. I am accountable for the words that I say, for the acts that I take, for the policies that I have put out.
Thank you.
I am responsible for the policies I put out and the work I will endeavor to do tirelessly for the people of Virginia.
Wow, it's brutal. It's because she's refusing to answer the question. A very simple question. Moderators on it. That was after a minute of her flailing around. And the question was, do you stand by you endorsed him. You explicitly endorsed this guy. He fantasized about murdering Republicans and their children and accused them of breeding fascists and fantasized about killing cops. And do you stand by your endorsement? And she said, every voter has to make up his own decision. No, that wasn't the question. The question wasn't, do you think voters can make up their decisions? The question was, do you endorse him? Do you still endorse him? You made up. First of all, you were telling voters to vote a certain way. That's what an endorsement is. But stop asking about this. I remember I just did this great show, Adam Friedland's show. He's this very left-wing guy. It was very funny. We had a great time in New York. It's out now. And I really enjoyed going on. But there was this one moment. And actually, I think he might have cut it out of the show. Because I don't know, I didn't watch the whole thing meticulously, but I actually think he might have cut this segment out of the show, which is kind of funny, where he was hitting me on the transgender thing. And I said, well, do you believe in transgenderism? You know, do you really? And we were kind of going back and forth on it. Again, I'll see if I can find the clip. It might have been left on the cutting room floor, understandably so, I guess, from his point of view. But I said, look, do you believe in it? And he said, oh, you guys are asking this question all the time. I said, no, it's not what is a woman. It's do you really believe in transgenderism? Do you think a man really can be a woman? And he said, well, I don't care. I said, I didn't ask if you cared. I asked what you think. Do you think, what do you have you can think just between us gals. It's just us gals on the camera. What do you think? Do you think a man? And he refused he couldn't answer the question, which I kind of get because his liberal audience would hate the answer. If he were being honest, because we all know you can't be. So I got to go back. I got to see if that clip is in there, but it might have been cut out. Kind of funny. Well, that was the same thing Abigail Spanberger did. Same exact thing. Do you stand by your endorsement? I don't. I mean, I think everyone can make their decision. That's not what I asked you. I'm not asking you about everyone else. I'm not asking you about decision making. I'm asking about a thing you did. You endorsed him. You can unendorse him. Do you do that? Can't answer. Part of the reason she can't answer that is that the Democrats broadly agree. That's what they showed us when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. That was a great clip. Now stop, ring the bell, subscribe. We'll see you next time.